So the elevation of King James III to King James IV did not occur tonight, not yet at least, as the Miami Heat won in Game 5 by the final score of 111 to 108. Miami built a comfortable lead in the second quarter, and they more or less led for the entirety of the game until the Lakers came back and seesawed with the lead with Miami for the stretch of the game. But Miami was able to, with pretty much Jimmy Butler being clutch at the foul line, were able to hold off the Lakers' charge toward the end. Jimmy Butler, I think, had like 35 points, something like 12 rebounds, 11 assists. So this is Jimmy Butler's second triple-double in this finals. The only other guy to do that in recent years has been, of course, LeBron James, who does it so frequently that, we don't even notice it as much. It's not even, it's sort of the norm for him. LeBron James had a 40-point game tonight. LeBron James, I thought that he would probably come out offensive-minded. I thought he would score at least 30 or 35 points, and he did. He scored 40 points, going with 13 rebounds and 7 assists. And LeBron James was, I think he shot 14 of 21 from the floor. LeBron James was magnificent, okay? He's the reason why the Lakers were on the cusp of a championship tonight. Unfortunately, he was also playing on a team with Danny Green and Kyle Kuzma. I'm not knocking Kyle Kuzma, saying he's a talented player, but he stunk it up tonight. And Danny Green is the most unclutched motherfucker I've ever seen. I saw this last year in the finals with him when he was with Toronto playing with Kawhi Leonard. Look, the stat line might say 2 for 5. You go, hey, well, that's 40%. Yeah, when it's a meaningless three with, in the second quarter, he can knock it down. But when it's a shot that a team needs for him to make, he bricks. He bricks. Like if it's a shot at the buzzer or if it's a shot down the stretch, Danny Green often chokes. And that was a choke by Danny Green at the end, And look, if you're Miami, you're ecstatic. Because like I said, a lot of people expected the Lakers to sweep Miami. So now you've won 2 games against the Los Angeles Lakers. So you're very proud of your franchise, and you like the showing that the Miami Heat have made so far in this series. If you're the Lakers, I wouldn't say, you should panic. I had the Lakers winning in 6. I think that they probably will win the next game. But there are some things that you should be concerned about. If the Lakers lose Game 6, now I'm not going to say you should panic, but if they lose Game 6, you should be gravely concerned because anything can happen in a Game 7. And also, look, we saw this before. We've seen this picture before, just in verse. With LeBron when he was down 3-1 against the Warriors. Game 5, Draymond Green, of course, infamously missed that game. And then we saw an injury with Bogut. And that changed the whole complexion of the series those last couple of games. All right? Even though Bogut's not an all-star level player, but he was playing very well for the Warriors, and his role was very important. You know what I'm saying? At that time, he was still a very good rim protector. He was their rim protector. And without him, that opened up the lanes for guys like Kyrie Irving and LeBron James, you know. And that made the Cavaliers so much more dangerous, you know, in transition as well. And just in general, like, you know, being able to, you know, penetrate and go to the hole and score or get fouled. And, you know, prior to that, when Bogut was there, you know, they weren't doing that because of the shot blocking presence that the shot blocking threat, that he uh, created. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is I think the Lakers blew a golden opportunity. And you wasted a brilliant performance by LeBron James. And there are, you know, some other parallels. Look, you know, 2 years ago, LeBron had that magnificent 51-point game against the Warriors, and J.R. Smith did what he did. And that kind of deflated Cleveland. That was a totally different situation. You know what I'm saying? But still, that sort of sapped LeBron. And, you know, he kind of checked out mentally, slowly, throughout the progress of that series. You know what I'm saying? By that I mean he still was competing, but I think by game 4, LeBron kind of mentally knew that this team wasn't going to be good enough to beat the Warriors. Look, you don't know what can happen in these series. You know, I've watched basketball for quite some time, and I firmly believe in taking out an opponent as expeditiously as possible, to borrow a phrase from Joe Clark from, you know, Lean on Me. I think you need to do it expeditiously. Don't fuck around with it, you know, get it done, because you don't know what can happen. AD apparently is hurt. I don't know how hurt he is, but, you know, it's like this, man. I don't want to be that guy, but it's something about, look, as great as LeBron James is, right, and we all know that he's a special player, but there's something about the finals, and even LeBron's staunchest fans know this. There's something about the finals that's like a jinx with LeBron. You know what I mean? It's like something always happens. Whether, you know, it's him not playing well in critical games, you know, a la 2011, or, you know, just the other team being on fire, and, you know, and his team getting blown out by a record margin like 2014, or, you know, his best teammates getting injured the very next year, 2015. And then we saw what happened in 2017, 2018. You know. I think the Lakers are going to win. Okay, I do. I think Lakers are going to win the title. But I think this next game, man, the others got to show up. You can't just expect LeBron to be able to just score 40 points at will every single time. And, you know, you got to look at the AD factor. He has not been quite himself ever since he got hurt the other day. Yeah, LeBron needs some help, man. He needs guys like Kyle Kuzma, Danny Green, whatever. He needs some of these other guys to step up. Dwight Howard was an absolute no-show. I think 2 points, 2 rebounds, or no points, 2 rebounds, something like that. Yeah. I think Lakers are still going to win, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that these feelings of, like, we've seen this before. Whenever you see LeBron in the finals, there's always some shenanigans going on. There's always some I don't know. But tell me what you guys think. And also, not to take away from Miami, man. That was a gutsy performance. Jimmy Butler, once again, after a lot of people criticize him for being too passive, making some bad decisions in Game 4, he redeems himself in Game 5 in a big way with another huge triple-double performance. So, shout out to him. But tell me what you guys think.